Secretary of War Pete Hegseth recently announced that soldiers who received medals of honor for their actions at Wounded Knee will keep those awards. For context, Wounded Knee was an 1890 incident where approximately 300 Lakota people, mostly women and children, were killed by U.S. troops. 20 soldiers received the Medal of Honor for their involvement in this tragic event. This decision doesn't exist in a vacuum. Let's look at the pattern. The Trump administration has recently removed or restricted content honoring service members who were people of color and LGBTQ from military websites. The Pentagon initially took down web pages dedicated to minority service members as part of broader policy changes, though some pages were later restored amid controversy. There's also been vocal defense of Confederate monuments and figures, people who literally took up arms against the United States to preserve slavery. This is their sick, pathetic pattern, honoring those who fought to preserve slavery, removing recognition of warriors who are Black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, and LGBTQ, and now maintaining honors for soldiers involved in a massacre of Indigenous people. This isn't about history. It's about power. It's about telling Americans, especially white conservative Christians, that their killers, their racists, their traitors will always be protected, no matter how much blood they spilled. If we accept the principle that medals given to soldiers involved in massacres of civilians should be maintained, where does that logic end? The My Lai massacre in Vietnam saw U.S. soldiers kill hundreds of unarmed Vietnamese civilians, including women, children, and elderly people in 1968. It remains one of the most shameful incidents in American military history. I'm not predicting this administration will honor My Lai participants, but I am asking, what's the principle here? If honoring Wounded Knee is patriotic and defending Confederate generals is heritage, then why wouldn't they go all the way? That's the slippery slope we're on. What troubles me most is the religious framing. And here's where the hypocrisy cuts deepest. Conservative Christians are driving this. The same people who call themselves Bible-believing, Christ-following patriots are the ones celebrating mass murderers as heroes and dismissing outrage as political correctness or wokeness. This raises theological questions worth asking. In the Gospels, Jesus consistently sided with the vulnerable. He said, "Blessed are the peacemakers," and "Love your enemies." When Peter drew a sword to defend him, Jesus told him to put it away. So here's a genuine question for Christian supporters of this decision. Can you picture Jesus honoring the soldiers at Wounded Knee? Can you imagine him saying those who killed unarmed Lakota women and children deserve America's highest military decoration? If that image doesn't sit right with you, maybe the policy shouldn't either. This isn't the first time we've seen American Christianity used to justify violence. During the Bush administration, many Christian leaders defended or remained silent about torture policies at Abu Ghraib and Guantanamo. The pattern is, violence gets reframed as necessary or honorable, criticism gets dismissed as weakness or political correctness, and religious language gets deployed to sanctify what happened. We should name that pattern when we see it. The Hegseth decision on Wounded Knee isn't just about medals from 1890. It's about who gets remembered as heroes and who gets erased. It's about whether we're willing to honestly reckon with the violence in our history. And for Christians specifically, it's about whether your faith calls you to stand with the powerful or the victims, because those are often different choices. The Lakota people at Wounded Knee can't speak for themselves anymore. So the question is, will we? If you believe Christians must choose truth over nationalist lies, hit like, share this video, and subscribe. Let's refuse to let history be whitewashed, and let's stand with the victims, not the murderers.